Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing this morning? Avery, hey. We're having a morning. We turned on the computer and it was like, I want attention. But before that, it was like, don't talk to me. I don't know who you are. Yeah, right? Before that, it was, Mommy, I don't know who you are. How is everybody doing on this wet, gross, freaking cold Monday? And I'm sorry, I'm looking through my desk for something for her. And I don't have it. Oh, yeah. So this morning, getting to this. Hey, Flash fan, please like and sub and share. I had a rage quitter last night. Rage quitter. Someone who commented on one of my videos that he likes my stuff, but a certain someone I talk to is a loose cannon, etc. And it's like, I'm sorry. Yes. You want candy? Girl. Because you ate a good breakfast, you get two. That's it. 2. We have a thing with peanut butter M&Ms, but I keep them in my desk so that she can't get to them. And we got a Walmart delivery this morning, and she's all obsessed with the fact because she got to the bags before I did. So she got to the bags before I did, which means she found them. Oh my goodness. So we had a rage quitter overnight because he said that someone I talked to was a loose cannon. And I reminded him that, one, we don't talk about other creators or people. You don't like people, that is fine. I don't care. Like, you are your own person. However, we don't bring that shit to my channel. And 2, and this is kind of the most important, and what actually just makes me laugh, and I have to turn on my other light. What makes me laugh is not even Mr. Squid tells me who I can and cannot talk to. So when people go around the internet, even people who I consider friends, and they tell me who I should or shouldn't talk to based on interactions that they've had with people, I struggle with a way to put this nicely. Not even Mr. Squid tells me who I can and cannot talk to. So why would I, if I don't allow him to tell me, or he doesn't, it's not that I don't allow him. He's respectful enough of me to not tell me who I can and cannot talk to. Why would some random person from the internet that I didn't know existed 5 seconds before they commented, why would I give 2 fucks about what they think? Sorry, guys. People try to be controlling idiots. Yeah, it's like, you don't have enough respect for someone and show someone enough respect that just because you don't like them, I am not in high school. There are certain people on this channel who I am friends with. But there are a lot of people who I'm acquaintances with. I see you guys in chat. I talk to you in chat. But off of YouTube, we don't have a relationship. I'm just being completely honest. Like, it's not an insult. It's just there are 19 of you in chat right now. And off YouTube, I probably talk to 3 or 4. And this person I had never even heard of before. So, like, it's one of those things of, like, I like you guys and I respect you enough to not tell you who to go sub and not sub to. I'll tell you to go sub to my friends because I like them, but I'm not going to kick you out of chat because you subscribe to people I don't like or you talk to people I don't like. Like, that's a child mentality. And I know that YouTube turns into high school a lot. But I don't subscribe to that line of thinking. People have done it, and I've told them not to. People who I know have done it, have warned me about other people, and I tell them, thank you. I appreciate your input, but I am my own person, and just because you have an issue with someone doesn't mean I have to. So if I don't, if I have an issue with a friend of mine doing that, why would I not have an issue with a perfect stranger? So as a reminder, y'all can subscribe to whoever you want to. You can be in this chat. You can subscribe to people I love. You can subscribe to people I can't stand. But guess what? It doesn't matter to me. Like, and if you want to unsubscribe because you don't like a friend of mine, that says more about you than it does about me. When you specifically say, I like your content, but a friend of yours is a loose cannon, that says more about you than it does about me. So yeah, it was you. It was you. So I just have to remind everybody that y'all can subscribe. I will never tell you to go unsubscribe to people just because I don't like them. I will never tell you who you can and cannot talk to on or offline, because you are all grown adults who can make your own decisions and have to live with the consequences of your decisions, whether they be positive or negative. That's a you. So we just don't subscribe to that line of thinking. Secondly, and most importantly, this right here. This is the second time we have done this. I log onto my computer because I had my computer off. After the stream on Saturday morning, I turned my computer off and I went in here to set up the stream, and I realized that my computer was still off. I didn't touch it all weekend. So I log into to my computer. I go on YouTube Studio to, see what stream I did last time. Because sometimes with these streams, like the Justin Baldoni, I just copy and paste the description because it's like, it's the same thing. We're just moving on to part 2. And all of a sudden I see like my latest content, and it shows you like how your latest video is doing. And I'm like, I haven't uploaded anything since Saturday morning when I was live streaming. This little one somehow managed to record a video, upload a video. She uploaded her second video to YouTube that I had absolutely no idea until I'm looking in YouTube Studio and wondering why my latest video is a short, and I did not upload any shorts. So if you haven't checked it out, I titled it Baby Squid Goes Rogue because it's just her face. Yeah. Like she uploaded a video. Like she uploaded a video on her own. She recorded it. She edited it or didn't edit it. And she uploaded it on her own. What? Yeah, she posted it. I did not post it. I did not post that. Because she is sitting on the floor in my bathroom. I wasn't in there. Well, I was, but like you have to go through our bathroom to get to our closet, and I was hanging up clothes that were washed yesterday and weren't put away. And she's just in the bathroom on the floor watching she's watching a video, but also that was about the time that our robot vacuum cleaner was coming through the bathroom. So she's doing her thing. So yeah, if y'all see that short, I had nothing to do with that. That was all her. So my that's her second one, Tammy. And morning Tammy Pearson. My second that hack was an inside job. Yes, it was. Yeah. So that's a thing. Also, for those of you who messaged me over the weekend asking me if I blocked y'all on Twitter, technically yes, but technically no. I deleted my Twitter, or I deactivated my Twitter because somehow I ended up on the like if you aren't pro-Ukraine, you're pro-Russia. And it's like, how about we just say everybody sucks and I don't want any more people to lose their life in a useless war that nobody's going to win. So, and wasting a whole bunch of money while watching people die. That's not my idea of a good time. So because of that and all the other cesspool shit that was showing up on my Twitter feed, I decided to deactivate it for at least a month. We will log back in and see what kind of algorithm I got going on. But we, yeah, yep. That was it. That was it. How she has figured out how to not only record a short, but upload it is beyond me. It took me a while to figure out how, yeah. Well, Flashman, I only really used it to talk about this channel and to like share my videos from this channel. So like it wasn't really being used a lot anyway. I've always been like that. I had it for a while. I deactivated it for about 2 years. When Elon bought it, I was like, well, let's see what's going on, if it's any better. Yes, it was better, but I deactivated it again. And then I started this channel and I'm like, well, shit, I need a way to communicate with people. So I activated it again and now I just got sick of it. All right. Wait until she deletes your videos. Yeah. I'm working on that. So, all right, I have to get into this and we will figure out, wrong complaint. All right, we are going to get back into Justin Baldoni's complaint. We left off on, I want to say, page 20. And I forget, I always have this under Blake Lively, not Justin. I have a different folder inside of just, all right. And I need caffeine because this time change got me screwy. So I had my nails, well, I didn't have my nails done. I've been doing my nails every other day with this. It's nail strengthener. So I went to help my friend clean yesterday so we didn't have to do it on Tuesday. And we had to do some extra stuff and like coming home with paint thinner and smelling like paint thinner and Windex. If you know, you know. So I had my nails completely painted. Look at these screwy things. Paint thinner is a wonderful nail polish remover. Wonderful nail polish remover. Even when you're not trying to, yeah. So we gotta fix these today too. That's another thing on the another thing on the list of stuff. Mondays always are like figure out from the yeah, I originally had said in getting to this, I had originally found or I had originally said in Discord that it was 5 inches. Then she sent me the original picture that she took, and I just have to show y'all. This is not 5 inches. If this is 5 inches, I have a very warped view of what 5 inches really is. Let's see. This was the original, this is how long my hair was. So that's more than 5 inches. Yeah. That is definitely more than 5 inches. When I said I got 5 inches cut off, I'm like, yeah, that's not 5 inches. I have a really, that's 5 inches. Men in worldwide are in trouble. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it's more like 9 inches. So yeah. When you posted it, said you cut your hair, I was freaking out. Thought you were saying cut off all your hair. I thought you were going bald. No, Flash fan, y'all know. If I ever have to shave my head for any reason, I am definitely getting a wig, because between eczema on my scalp, 2 head injuries, brain surgery, where they took a piece of my skull and they never gave it back. So basically, I have a piece of metal over part of where my skull should be. So like, I'm not allowed to play like contact sports like hockey or, football or anything, or rugby, which sucks because I love rugby. No, my hairstylist is amazing and I love her. Oh. Maybe she meant 5 inches off the shortest hair and the rest to match. Maybe. Well, I had looked at the so what she had cut it and then she had pushed it to the side, and I'm like, oh, that could be an entire rat. Like, I'm just looking at the ball of hair and I'm like, I should have donated that. I did not realize I was going to cut off that much, but when she said, how much do you want to cut off? And I said, let's go to shoulder length. I forgot what shoulder length was like when you have no neck. Yeah, I can't fight anymore. I am going to get back into doing jiu-jitsu, hopefully. The YMCA has a program. It's not like back home where I was training with Daniel Vanderlei, a 4th degree black belt by now, who is amazing, and I love him dearly. I talk to him at least once a month. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, yes. My friend Daniel owns a gym. So if you are in the Milwaukee area and you have kids, or you are an adult wanting to get into jiu-jitsu and MMA, he owns Vanderlei Jiu-Jitsu and MMA in Milwaukee, Brookfield area. So it does it say insert going to continue game? Oh, we're all with the oh yeah, it's gonna be great for summer. It's gonna be great for summer. Like Karate Squid. Oh, you haven't seen that, Flash fan? Oh my goodness. Before we get into this, since we have to get our obligatory, 20 to 30 minutes of stuff, I have to show you my back in the day. Like back in the day. Whoop. Flash fan. There we go. Woo! Oh, I'm like sharing myself. That's weird. How did that happen? Window? Let's do photos. Let's actually not go with my my camera app. Let's close you because you're a waste. There we go. So, there we go. Right there. There's a girl. And this girl right here was an amateur fighter for a while. This girl right here went pro. He's an amateur fighter. There's Duke Rufus, and there's Daniel Vanderlei. So if you've ever heard of Duke Rufus, for like Anthony Pettis' coach, this guy's a professional fighter. He's a professional fighter. There's a lot of professional fighters in this group. So I am not a professional fighter. I just know how to defend myself. So yeah, you weren't far off. You weren't far off. That was 2014. So all right, on that note, we are going to get into when you thought it was safe. Hey, Stephen, how are you this morning? Yeah. This right here. It's just, it's my brain with a bug eating them. It's called food for thought. It's not done. It will never be. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, King Bob. I'm sorry. I was gonna laugh at that comment until I read the rest of it, and then it's like, nope. I don't have a tattoo on the back of my head, but I have one on the back of my neck. So I have my if y'all know Sergio Pettis, I rolled with Sergio Pettis in jiu-jitsu class, along with a couple of Polish fighters who she's not scary. I activate mad squid mode, so you'll get sucker punched and never forget it. I just take what's her name? Again, I can't think of the actress's name. She was in 28 Days. Sandra Bullock. She was in Speed. She was in whatever movie it was where she had to be a undercover beauty pageant contestant, and she said just remember to sing, soloplex, instep, nose and groin. Like, those are the 4 points that you got to be like. If someone comes, Miss Congeniality, thank you. I'm just, y'all know my memory. Like, I can remember things and I can't remember other things. So if I'm ever on the ground, you better have a crane to put me back in my wheelchair. Well, you know. I was in April of 84 Tattoo Magazine. I like that tattoo on your neck. I will definitely look. Steven, I'm just going to ignore that last comment. Let's see here. We are going to get back into Justin's complaint. So this is where we left off on page 16, where they started talking about emails from the author to Justin, how Blake ruined her own reputation, things like that. And I'm not going to let y'all derail me. We are 24 minutes in, and we are going to get into this because after I get off of this stream, I have so much to do. So much to do. I have appointments today. I have other stuff to do around the house. I have to get to the gym because, fatty ain't got to be fatty anymore. Soon after, Wayfair partnered with Sony to co-finance. The only person who can derail me, she was playing YouTube Shorts on her iPad, and she left the room to go play on her bike. I am going to turn off her iPad to save save battery, and also to not listen to the same short over and over and over again. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yes, she is gone to go make chaos, but she has safe or things in every room that she's able to do. And I think she actually went in her room, which is fine because it's baby girl proof. Or if at least she destroys it, I can close the door. All right. Soon after, Wayfair partnered with Sony to co-finance and distribute the film. Their agreement included, at Wayfair and Baldoni's insistence, that the provision was a deal breaker, a requirement that 1% of the film's proceeds be donated in support of survivors of DV. That 1% was ultimately earmarked for an organization, No More, with which Baldoni has sought to partner with as early as September of 2022. As they began making the film, Baldoni and Wayfair felt an immense responsibility to do justice not only to the story of protagonist Lily Bloom, but to the stories of survivors around the world. You're not stuck. I plugged it in. You're fine. We haven't understood the importance of being able. We can still use our device while it's plugged in. She constantly. You want me to unplug it? Okay. You did it. You did it. You got it, girl. And she's so proud of herself too. I love her so much. So much. You can have them. They're all yours. She did such a good job eating her breakfast this morning that she wanted Teddy Grahams, and that were also in the Walmart order this morning. Walmart delivery is the best thing that ever happened to this world, because I don't have to go into Walmart and I can still get groceries delivered. Gotta love living in the city. All right. As they began making the film, Plaintiff Heath, CEO of Wayfair, expressed to Forbes on June 28th of 2024 his high hopes for the film. Footnote 5. I hope that people leave the theater feeling inspired, that for those who have been hurt, that they feel seen and the story was told in a way that honored them. I feel like people who may in themselves, as someone that may hurt somebody, may think twice about it. So I hope that people leaving feeling that they got a glimpse into a world that oftentimes we turn our eyes away from. And I can get behind that. Like, I have no interest in seeing this film. However, I know people that did. More specifically, my father has seen this movie. I don't think that when you're making a movie like this that you should shy away from the uncomfortable topic that this and yes, I have no problems with anything. Just don't say stuff that's going to get me heated, or mention anybody else's channel or drama. Other than that, y'all are good. Baldoni, the fucking In casting Blake Lively, a world-renowned actor with talent and charisma, in the leading role, they entrusted her with that vision, bringing Lily to life. Although Wayfair learned that Lively had a reputation for being difficult to work with, Baldoni at the time was not dissuaded and found her to be genuine. All right. Footnote 4. Stunningly, later in the process, Lively refused the opportunity to meet with No More, despite playing the lead role in a movie centered on themes of survival and resilience in the face of DV. And footnote 5. Jeff Conway, meet the Wayfair Studios team, bringing It Ends With Us to theaters. Forbes, August 8th of 2024. Ugh. And the thing is like, we don't talk about other channels. You don't go to other channels and talk about, you don't go to other people's channels and talk about stuff that they're not talking about. Stay on topic. That's all I asked. Like, hey, Puddletown. Oh, swing shift this week. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I hope you get a good shift differential for that. All right. During pre-production, Baldoni Lively began a promising and close collaboration. On or about December 31st, 2022, Lively agreed to take the lead role of Lily Bloom. As part of subsequent negotiations, Lively was granted an executive producer credit, a title often given to talent of her stature. Lively had requested a producer credit, but Wayfair and Sony demurred, given that such a title would not accurately reflect the role she was asked to play in the production. Wayfarer did not request nor require that Lively contribute to the film in any capacity beyond her roles as an actor and executive producer. In the beginning, it appeared that Baldoni and Lively would have a positive, collaborative, creative partnership. Baldoni and Lively worked closely in the early days of the film, trading ideas about filling key roles in the film's cast and crew. Their working relationship grew close. Baldoni and Lively shared stories and pictures from their lives, commiserated over family illnesses, and exchanged jokes and memes. Baldoni offered concern and support when Lively faced family health concerns. They texted almost daily, and a friendly banter established in a comfortable dynamic that, under typical circumstances, would have made working together easy. Oh, stupid snow is back. Oh, it was raining all day here yesterday. All day. And today it's just gross and cold. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still like 40 something right now. So it's not cold, but when it was 80 2 days ago, it's cold. Hi, baby. What would you like? You want Mama's water? Okay. You have your own water right there, baby. You got to leave it here, though, okay? Because it's full. We're not going to go around the house and spill it. Justice for Emily and Justin. What's happening here is this document 2 months old. This is the original. This is the complaint of Justin Baldoni against Blake Lively. I started to get interested in it, but in order to know where we're going in the case, I wanted to read through what was not in the media, but what was actually in the documents. And yes, it's 2 months old, but there hasn't, in order to understand what's in the documents that are being posted now, I think it's important to know where we started. So we took a few days to go through all of Blake Lively's complaint, and now we're going through Justin Baldoni's. Because I don't believe what I read in the media. I want to know what's in the actual documents that the judge is seeing. Because as we know, the judge is the only person who allows the jury, or who decides what the jury sees and doesn't see. So it's not about what's in the media, it's about what the jury might see. And to me, it's all about what the jury might see, because they're the finder of fact. So if they get to see certain things that aren't in the news, yeah, it's old news, but I, instead of just reading the headlines, I wanted to actually go through the document. And since it takes a while and there were other things going on, I was kind of drowning in content, shall you say. I'm moving this one to the forefront for a few weeks. And other things are going to take a back seat, if you know what I mean. Lively and welcome, Justice for Emily and Justin. I haven't seen you here before. That is a I like it. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not the type who believes media. I think all media sucks. So I like to see. We are also going to go through, after we're done with this, Justin Baldoni's website, where he has all the receipts for the public to view. Hi, can you put my straw back in my cup, please? Nope. And morning, Taz. Lively even felt comfortable enough to make silly jokes, redirecting a sweet compliment Baldoni gave. Well played. I feel the same. It's such a good feeling to get work done that we're proud of, and to do it together. It just clicks when we find it, and that's just rewarding as filming it, or editing it, or marketing it, or releasing it. Ugh. This is all storytelling. This is why we do it. Thank you for your collaboration. I'm really proud of what we're doing. Loved. I feel the same touch. Good feeling to get. I like Sentimental Blake. Never met her. I also like Asshole Blake. Don't worry. Okay, good night. I've met her. I think we all have. So have. Really? Patrick, I had a Chiari decompression surgery. That is that's a personal problem that you might want to discuss with your own doctors. Power drill, lobotomy. Oh. This is where the nature of their relationship, which Miss Lively's later allegations, all the more baffling. Lively begins asserting control almost immediately. Almost immediately, Lively began inserting herself into the production process in intrusive ways well beyond the scope of her contractual entitlements. For example, Lively began to insist on creative control over her character's wardrobe. Okay, like that doesn't seem like too big of a thing to me, but I digress. While lead actors are sometimes granted approval over their character's general look, they generally do not receive full control over wardrobe decisions without input from the director or producers. What may seem like an innocuous request can in fact have a monumental impact on a film production. Okay, I can also see that. You can tell I don't work in Hollywood, nor am I a movie person. My dad has seen this movie, which is one of the reasons when he mentioned it that I was like, okay, let's actually see what's going on here. Hold on, okay, I just gotta get a drink, girl. A 2-year-old runs this house. It's right there. I picked up my water cup and she had a problem with that. Even though she has her own water cup over there, she wants mine. No. I'm the worst actress in the world because all of my emotions are here. When I'm in a good mood, you know it. When I'm in a bad mood, you know it. I can't fake anything. And Stephen, leave that one alone. Ignoring the director's vision for her character and disposing of the weeks of effort and creativity spent by the wardrobe team on shopping and carefully crafting her wardrobe, Lively sent hundreds of images to the film's costume designer, including into the late hours of the evening, depicting the style of wardrobe she wanted for her character. The costume designer had to reshop Lively's wardrobe, far exceeding the allocated budget and diverting time and resources. And I am sorry for my voice and for coughing. Allergy or pollen in the South this time of year. And I appreciate all the advice on how to handle my allergies. I will be trying them one by one to figure out what works and what doesn't. However, right now we suffer through it. While also preparing wardrobes for the rest of the cast. At one point, Lively insisted that her character had money and could afford $5,000 shoes. $5,000 shoes for anybody. Like, I don't care if you have $1 million. Why would you want to spend $5,000 on shoes? Something that that go on your feet and are gonna get dirty. I just can't. Maybe it's just me, but Kohl's, my running shoes are probably the most expensive shoes I have, and they're only $100 tops. It's just one of those things of this right here. It's how out of touch can you be? Despite being a fledgling small business owner, this forced Baldoni to rethink the entire script that had been in the works for well over a year and was approved by both Sony and Wayfair. A script that Wayfair had commissioned multiple drafts of and incorporated countless notes, including input from the book's author, Colleen Hoover. The wardrobe budget ballooned. Lively often refused to participate in wardrobe fittings at the production office, which was a mere 15 minutes from Lively's home. Instead, she insisted that the costume department pack up the wardrobe and deliver it to her personal residence. That's diva behavior. That's Mariah Carey stuff. You know what I could do with $5,000 that not on a pair of shoes? I lied. I have a pair of flats from Teeks that are worth $100 and $75, but one pair was a Christmas gift from a friend of my dad, and the second pair was I saw them in the back of one of my friend's cars, and she's like, yeah, my grandma bought these for me, they're too big. And I said, what size are they? They fit me. I bought them for like $40. So like, I don't I ball on a budget, if you know. Loading the wardrobe department onto trucks and delivering the contents to Lively's home in the middle of congested Manhattan for fittings cost time and money. Always in short supply on any major film. And that's part of my issues with Hollywood is they always go over budget. And then they complain that their opening weekends aren't high enough. And it's like, y'all overspent. That's not a us problem. That's a you problem. More money than common sense. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've followed her all the way back to Gossip Girl days because I was that 20s, late teens, early 20s person that watched Gossip Girl. I was that person. But at the same time, her character in there was kind of insufferable. And, you know. Watching Squid stay on topic keeps all my voices entertained. 9 out of 10 recommend. I'm working on it. That's why we do the 20 minutes of stuff in the morning or in the beginning of the stream so that we get out all the side notes and the sidebars and the random stuff topics. So we kind of stay on topic a little bit better. I'm working on it, people. Requests of this nature are typically made during contract negotiations. Since Lively made no such request at the time, this added expense was not included in the budget. Lively, who had a greater obligation to the studios as an executive producer, paid no heed to budget constraints, let alone the months of planning that had already been completed. And this didn't strike me as like a big budget. I mean, Wayfair is a brand new studio. It's not like Warner Brothers or, you know, like it seems to be like not as bad as crowdsourced like Angel Studios, but not made of money, if you know what I mean. In an effort to maintain harmony at the start of their working relationship and to avoid further delays caused by wardrobe conflicts, Baldoni and the studio reluctantly ceded full control to Lively over her wardrobe. This concession quickly proved regrettable. On the first day of principal photography, paparazzi captured and published photos of Lively in character wearing her hand-picked wardrobe. These images were widely reported as unflattering, footnote 6, and sparked backlash from Sony. Baldoni received direct criticism from Sony, who voiced serious concerns about the impact of the photos on the film's public reception. Oy. Following these events, Baldoni approached Lively in her trailer to discuss necessary wardrobe adjustments and resetting their relationship to assert his role as director and his need to have approval over her wardrobe. The conversation, while professional, took considerable time and was later grossly misrepresented in Lively's CRD complaint, which falsely characterized that the exchange as a lengthy outburst that delayed filming and caused the crew to wait for hours while Baldoni cried in Lively's dressing room. On information and belief, Lively circulated this false account to the New York Times with the intention and result that it be widely published. Hi, little one. Yep. Like I'm a Target. Well, I don't live within the nearest Target's an hour and something away. No, baby girl, you can't have my checkbook. I love you, but you are you already expensive enough. Like we don't need the checkbook too. Like it's this conversation did not take hours, and any length of time it took was not because Baldoni cried for hours. In truth, rather than take heed of concerns of the film's distributor and director, Lively took this time to, among other things, suggest to Baldoni that he was being gaslit by Sony, Heath, and the other producer, and trying to convince him to let her continue to take the helm. Baldoni did briefly become emotional during the conversation, but only in response to what he believed was a genuine compliment from Lively, praising his work as a director and actor. In hindsight, this was part and parcel of the ongoing pattern of manipulation and gaslighting by Lively, intended to continue to allow her autonomy over her wardrobe. And this, we read through her entire complaint. This series of events just seems more common sense and plausible than her side. Her side just seemed like everything was this huge deal. Everything was dramatic and like it was reading like a script and not an actual account of what happened. This is just reading a lot easier. Y'all that followed me through that whole lawsuit, that whole first lawsuit, you tell me what you think, because for some reason this is just reading as a little bit more truthful. I just like, thank you, Missy. How are you? All right. Footnote 6. Notably, Lively had voiced insecurities about public perception of her casting as Lily Bloom. Lily is described as a 23-year-old young woman and a recent college graduate within the first few pages of the book, which Lively would have known had she read the book before production, despite having admitted to ordering a copy months before, which remarkably, she ordered only after she had already committed to the role on December 20th, 2022. Nevertheless, when Lively learned that Lily was a decade plus younger than herself in the book, Lively asked that Colleen Hoover explain in her public casting announcement that she had decided to age up the book's characters for the film. Hoover didn't put the statement out in the way Lively requested. Lively was not happy. I mean, she just sounds like a drama queen in this. Like, she just sounds dramatic. Like, which makes some of the things that I've read in the press seem more believable. Like, it's just, there you go, boo. It's just, oh, thank you. Thank you. Where is my midlife crisis hair? I had purple hair back in the day, but I told her, cut it short, and we're going to do some fun color. So this is what we went with. Next time, I'm going to go a little bit darker to get more like a black cherry kind of look. But this is, I'm kind of like rocking this for a little bit. Lively later distorted this conversation in support of her baseless harassment allegations, alleging that Baldoni made inappropriate comments on her appearance. In reality, the film's director was relaying the distributor's concerns and the widespread social media criticism regarding the wardrobe's failure to meet audience expectations. See, I can believe this. But remember, she was 4 months postpartum when they started filming this. So 4 months postpartum and still nursing her child, your hormones are completely out of whack. They are, not to just call her an emotional woman, I'm not trying to do that, but as someone who recently breastfed a child, I cried over the littlest things. I blew, looking back, hindsight being 2020, things that I thought were like this horrible situation were not that bad. So I'm wondering if some of the things that her mind went, this is awful, this is horrible, he's making, like, whereas a normal person who is not breastfeeding, and I hate when doctors and stuff and people blame everything on hormones, so I'm not trying to do that, but there is a biology difference between a woman who has like a 6-year-old child and a woman who is breastfeeding. Your body has to biologically increase certain hormones to be able to produce that milk. So it is not a far-fetched idea in this specific case to blame hormones. Like it. Oh, and my bruise is going away. And for those of you who are watching for the first time or or don't know what I'm talking about, I was trying to get her down for sleep, and I was laying down next to her and she was sitting up. I told her to lay down, and instead of like laying down on the pillow, she turned and threw her head back, which just so happened to be my face. So we ended up with a nice bruise on the cheek. So yeah, we're in the like green stage right now. Oh yeah, got to remember she was nursing her child and husband. That's true. So I'm wondering if some of this is a boss telling a boss telling their subordinate that they need to change, their appearance isn't good. It's not commenting on your body, it's commenting on your clothes. Those two things are different. So those, would you, oh, you're gonna go under there? Okay, go on, you got it, girl. Oh. So she's at my feet right now. A sentiment Baldoni shared, this incident is one of the many examples of Lively's troubling pattern of manipulation and lies. As another example, early in the pre-production stage, Lively sent Baldoni a long text describing how directors never permitted her to write scenes for the movies she acted in, nor gave her writing credits, even making her hand scribble her suggestions for lines that they could not be traced to her. Lively boasted that she had even written for her husband's movies. Yeah, you wrote Nice Pool. I wonder why. Then Lively asked if she could take a pass at writing on the rooftop scene in It Ends With Us, in which the characters Ryle and Lily first meet. This pivotal scene, Angel, can I see your pad real quick? I'm going to turn the volume down. No? Okay. No. Oh, thank you. I just have to turn her volume down a second. I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Just the fact that she told them that she wrote for her husband's movies just makes me just makes me like, huh? I don't see it, but yeah. This pivotal scene, much beloved by book fans, was critical for setting the tone of the movie. So Baldoni was reluctant to allow an actor, rather than a union screenwriter, to rewrite this key scene. But Baldoni felt the need to allow Lively to rewrite the scene and agreed to take a look at what she put together. The draft of the rooftop scene that Lively sent Baldoni dramatically differed from what had been written originally. Baldoni was hesitant about many of the changes, but thanked Lively for her passion and diplomatically told her that the scene would likely end up being somewhere between the original version and Lively's version. How about with a scene like that, you just go by what the book says? Yeah. Oh. And Musi, I hope you're feeling okay. She suffers from cranial rectamitis, a serious case of having your head up your butt. Hers required surgery to correct. It's just I'm like, I'm at a loss for words with like what she thinks or what she wrote versus what seems to be more believable. I don't know. Seemingly stung by Baldoni's exceedingly mild resistance, Lively did not respond and went silent for multiple days. Later, she confirmed that Baldoni's response, of course, didn't feel great for me or another mega celebrity friend of and Ryan Reynolds to have my passion praised instead of my specific contribution. Lively was referring to an earlier meeting where Lively summoned Baldoni to her New York penthouse, where Baldoni was greeted by Ryan Reynolds, who launched into an enthusiastic praise for Lively's version of the scene. Hours later, as the meeting was ending, a famous and famously close friend of Ryan Reynolds and Lively walked into the room and similarly began praising Lively's script. Baldoni understood the subtext. He needed to comply with Lively's direction for the script. Later, Baldoni felt obliged to text Lively to say that he had liked her pages and hadn't needed Reynolds and her mega celebrity friend to pressure him. Lively responded that the two were her dragons, Lively went on to say. They, Ryan Reynolds and the mega celebrity friend, also know I'm not always good at making sure I'm seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or fear of affecting the ease of the process. You think? They don't give a shit about that. And because of that, everyone listens to them with immense respect and enthusiasm. You want to come up? Okay, come on up. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So good. Yeah. And thank you, Harry, for the $5 super chat. Sugar for the little squid. Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? Say thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, we're really talkative today. She called me on the phone yesterday when I was at work and just talked. That's Mommy's checkbook, baby girl. Can we not like the real star of the channel. Like, this is her channel. I just run it. Oh. The message could not have been clearer. Baldoni was not just dealing with Lively. He was also facing Lively's dragons, two of the most influential and wealthy celebrities in the world. I'm wondering who that person was. And this is where I didn't read it in an article about who that was. Huh. We're not afraid to make things very difficult for him. If you send me the FDX, I'll work when I can steal moments. And yes, of course, please send to Christy. We're all on the same team and the same goal. Great. Was also working on rooftop scene today. I really love what you did. It really does help a lot. Makes it so much more fun and interesting. And I would have felt that way without Ryan. And oh, it was Taylor Swift. It was Taylor Swift. Oh, hi. You want to FaceTime? Okay. Who do you want to FaceTime? You want to FaceTime Grandpa? Okay. Okay. You got to go down if you FaceTime Grandpa. You got to go that way. He's working, so he might not be able to answer, okay? She's figured out how to FaceTime, and she loves FaceTiming Grandpa. Hold on. I got to turn the volume down just a teeny tiny bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, Grandpa to the rescue. She FaceTimes him like 5 times a day now. Like, just you really are a talent across the board. Really excited and grateful to do this together. That's very appreciated and means a lot to me. I'm deeply inspired by the film, not the book. Not the book. And we're going to make outside of the success of this book. We have such an opportunity not only to surprise people who love the book, but to reach an even bigger audience by making an undeniably dynamic and also commercial film. The moment that excited me most the other day was when you said you're not funny. You are going to kill that rooftop scene. Emphasis added. Baby squid raids are the best. Sometimes they're the best. Sometimes. No. You know it, I'm sure, even though it was said in a playful deprecation that we all participate in. It made me think of the process as a whole. Please know, I trust that on the day you've got me, and I hope that you trust that I've got you, if you want it. We're in this together, and we are two of this most determined people I know. Jesus, Blake. English. You're a freaking actor. We also... you would think that she would be somewhat good at English. She FaceTimes Grandpa and then runs away. She's... Angel, you want the pad? You forgot Grandpa. You left him behind. She gets Grandpa on the iPad and then she runs away. He's like, "You're gonna bring me with?" Like, we also have a very high bars set for ourselves. To collaborate with that type of partner is a gift that neither of us will squander because we both care too much about the result and also the experience. I have no motives except for you to win as a director, as an actor, as a studio, as a writer. If you win, I win. If you win, our movie wins. We are aligned, and I will bring everything I have to this. Most actors are failed waiters. No, they're professional liars. So remember that. All actors are professional liars. They pretend to be other people for a living. And for that matter, I'm the luckiest mother effer on the planet to have them as my dance moms, level stage moms. They are embarrassingly effusive. And interesting how it's redacted here, but he let it slip that it was Taylor. Yeah. And you know who also was an actor? Vladimir Zelensky. Just so you know. In case y'all weren't aware of that fact. That said, they're also my most trusted partners and the people I go to first with anything creative I touch. And I'm the person they each go to first. That reciprocal creativity and support has been one of my life's greatest and most fulfilling gifts. When they loved and signed off on the pages, I felt good to send them to you. They asked what you thought specifically after. They checked in so many times. I told them that you laughed a bunch and said that it's probably a blend, but you appreciate my passion so much, which of course didn't feel great to me or them to have my passion praised instead of any specific contribution, or even just that you didn't like the pages, which is fine also. Yeah, Trump was technically an actor too. But yeah, Home Alone 2. Oh, King Bob, remind me to send you a meme for that. So I think they wanted you and me to see how they felt about the work because they've been by my side for far too many experiences where I've been overlooked. I spoke to you about this when we first met. They've watched me handwrite scripts because the director is too afraid to send the FDX file, yet he scans and has someone hand type all 120 pages of my pencil rewrites. They've watched me be hired as a writer and paid a significant fee for it, but only on the condition that I never asked for credit, which I could give a shit about. That I don't believe, which I could give a shit about. I think she gives a shit about everything. It's more the principle of the dynamics at play. They've watched the other side of it too, where I'm told at signing on that I'm wanted as a true collaborator, but once we get to work, I'm really just wanted as a yes man, audience and actor. Both Ryan and Taylor have established themselves. Let's just put it's redacted, but we all know who it is. Have established themselves as absolute titans as writers and storytellers outside of their primary gig, just singing or just acting, or Taylor or somebody just directing. I'm so lucky to have them as creative barometers, but also to have them as people who prop me up and make sure I'm seen for all I can and do offer, because they know firsthand she's writing a book. Because they know firsthand all I contribute. They also know I'm not always as good at making sure I'm seen and utilized for fear of threatening egos or fear of affecting the ease of the process. Yes, because you are better than everybody else. Another one of those. They don't give a shit about that, and because of that, everyone listens to them with immense respect and enthusiasm. So I guess I'll have to stop worrying about people liking me. If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi and I like her. And like her, I happen to have a few dragons, for better or for worse, but usually for better, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise you. Yeah, she sounds like a control freak diva. I can imagine her rider with all the expensive things that she must have in her dressing room. Oh, I would pay good money to see that. Yeah, textbook example of kissing ass and bitching at the same time. No. Oh my goodness. Difficult proved to be a gross understatement. Though Baldoni initially invited Lively to make changes to the script, Lively began altering the script daily. The frequency of Lively's revisions alarmed the producers, directors, and studio, who anticipated that her interference would persist every day of the shoot and disrupt carefully planned production schedule. Each shooting day was intricately scheduled long in advance, and Lively's constant changes placed significant stress on the production crew, not to mention financial stress on Wayfair. Producer, are you listening to this? She's fixing the script. I think Angie's advice was actually wrong. Blake is now directing the movie. This is bad. Heath, I'm listening, talking through is better than not, seeing what's possible, as long as any decision is done with approval. Not for something that was already intimately planned. This will be every day of the shoot. I know. I'm not sure what can be done, honestly, at this point in terms of Blake. More than a year later, during a red carpet interview in the New York film premiere, Lively stated, "The iconic rooftop scene, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now..." Oh. Yeah, titled Defender of the Dells. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is new to me. The startling revelation directly contradicted Lively's previous instance that she had written the scene, and certainly cast Reynolds' high praise for the rewritten scene in a different light. Yeah, he was praising himself. The film's credited screenwriter, when asked about the claim that Reynolds had written the scene, graciously responded, "So if I'm being told that Ryan wrote it, then great. How wonderful," she went on to acknowledge. "There were a few little flourishes that I did not write, and if those flourishes came from Ryan, I think that's wonderful." Footnote 7. This was also the first time that plaintiffs learned that Reynolds, who had no formal role whatsoever in the film's production, had made unauthorized changes in the script in secret. Baldoni, equally blindsided by this news, which he discovered in real time during a recorded interview with Access Hollywood, reacted also by praising Reynolds so as not to harm Lively. Reynolds, who apparently wrote the scene and possibly others during the WGA strike or the film. That just paints him, if this is true, that just makes you look at every Ryan Reynolds film just a little bit different. Hi, beautiful. We can't FaceTime Daddy. Daddy's at work. No, boo-boo. I'm sorry. I know, baby. You want to call Daddy? Daddy. Okay, I will text him and ask if he can call you when he has time. Okay? I have to send a text message. He's not on the phone. No. He's not on the phone right now, baby. No. Daddy's got work. No. Okay. Well, Yeah, and he wrote it during a writer's strike. Yeah, even more. Come here, baby. Come on. Come up. Oh, my goodness. Oh no. That's Daddy. Go talk to Daddy. There you go. Okay. Go talk to Daddy. Hi. Thank you, Duncan, Idaho, for the 5 Squid Pro Quo memberships. And they went to Al McKay, Chuz Alex, Beata Tamistoho, Memo, and Pickled Tink. Oh, Pickled Tink. I wonder how she's doing. I haven't seen her for a while. I hope her health is doing okay. Kind of worried about her. If y'all, even if you don't know Pickled Tink, say a prayer for her. The last time I saw her, she had some health issues going on, and I haven't heard from her in a little bit. Lively's remarks about Reynolds' purported contribution to the script raised eyebrows at sky high at Sony, who told Wayfair that they certainly needed some clarity on public comments made about Ryan Reynolds potentially contributing writing services for the rooftop scene. Footnote 7, see Benjamin Van Hoos and Julia Moore. Blake Lively says, nobody knows. Ryan Reynolds wrote a scene and it ends with us as a screenwriter weighs in. Oh, that was in People. Sony Legal gets involved. Hi, we certainly need some clarity on public comments made about Ryan Reynolds potentially contributing writing services for the rooftop scene. Can you provide additional information on this? As there are no contracts, his services are not in the chain, nor does his name appear anywhere in the credits. One of many media reports which cite this claim made by Blake Lively. Thanks for clarifying. If services were rendered, we obviously require signed documentation immediately. Oh. Hi, King Paco. Angel, Daddy's gotta go. Say bye. Bye. Yay! Yay! She got to talk to Daddy on the phone. Yeah, she's such a daddy's girl. Oh, she's such a daddy's girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hey, Gabby. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. From Wayfair. Hello, your email was shared with me by Redacted in order to address this issue. We are not aware of any writing services rendered by Ryan Reynolds. Regardless of what is being said publicly, this is not something we are aware of. We are learning about allegations in real time. Please know if you have any questions. Like, this is where, like, even if he did write it, you just keep your mouth shut. Like, you just keep your mouth shut. Like, I don't know. Because you create problems legally if you start running your mouth about things that may or may not be true. Still, during the pre-production phase, Lively and Reynolds raised entirely false allegations of fat shaming against Baldoni, an accusation that, as evidence will show, was categorically false. Baldoni had been introduced to trainer Don, who became Baldoni's personal trainer, by Lively. Don directed Baldoni's preparation for the film role, including his nutrition and exercise, making special accommodations for Baldoni's back injury. And that's what I brought up before. Like, it's not that he needs to know how much he weighs to fat shame her. With a back injury, as someone who lifts weights, if you are going to lift a certain amount of weight, you need to know how much so you can train for it. It's not a personal attack. It's for the safety of me and everybody involved. Because if he lifts her and drops her, she could get hurt. Like, it's a... Oh, thank you, Gabby. Appreciate that. It's super short. Like, I'm like, where's the rest of my hair? Where's my hair? Like, I go to brush it, and it's like... And I'm like, wait, where's my hair? Where's my hair? Baldoni even paid to receive Don's meal delivery service. All right, Don, speak later today. I can get you a program this week. Sure, just got to NYC for the day. Hey, bud, tried you, called you in a few. The program Dropbox and basically just going over his wait, I have to actually read this because as someone who worked with back surgery patients, I have to see if this trainer knows what he's talking about. 4 things: the jumps are to be low intensity, and this to improve performance. Go 50% intensity for the first 2 weeks. Let's sub dead stop rows for chest supported rows. It's probably a good idea. Takes the core out of contention. Stay out of lumbar extension. Your low back should not arch. I mean, I don't think he's wrong. Week 1 should be 70 to 80% intensity. Do not push and add the cardio like we discussed. Amazing. Can't wait to check it out. Privately, Baldoni reached out to Don as his personal trainer to ask what Lively weighed so he could train his back muscles in preparation for a lift scene. This was important to avoid injury not only to Baldoni, who suffered from lifelong back injuries, but multiple bulging discs and chronic pain, but also to Lively if the lift could not be completed successfully and safely. Notwithstanding Lively's recent attempts to deny the existence of any such scene, it was only nixed at her insistence after having been planned and rehearsed. Yeah, it's a safety issue for both of them. Bye, Kathy. Hope you have a good day. Thank you for the gifted membership. I really enjoy listening to your take on the motions in the Hales cases. Yeah, and right now, there's kind of like there's a lot going on, but some of it's short. And whatever is going on outside the documents is for another channel. I don't have any clue on what's yeah. Don't you kind of, well, there is a warped sense of there's a warped sense of body remember like skinny, like Tara Reid skinny was okay for a while, and it's like, no, that was too skinny. Like, I've had spinal surgeries for prolapse discs, intral prolapse into spinal cord, and large CSF tear. Oof. Yeah, that's a lot of lumbar precautions. No twisting, no bending, no lifting. Like, there's a lot there. Yep, I try to cover a little bit of everything. I try to cover things that I'm interested in too. Captain Kern and I still have to work out a time when we can read through those transcripts of his daughter's court case, because I am very interested in those, but I also don't like to read them pre-stream so that y'all can get my true feelings. Yep, it's going to be a long one. Yep, but we got time. Like, well, once a week for a while. We just have to figure out a time that works. Because now that I joined a gym again, I kind of want to focus on, my health. The next morning, Baldoni was summoned to the penthouse by Lively and greeted by Reynolds, who swore at Baldoni and accused him of fat-shaming his wife. How dare you ask about my wife's weight? What's wrong with you? The confrontation from Reynolds and Lively was so aggressive that Baldoni felt he had no choice but to offer repeated and completely unwarranted apologies for what was a good faith and reasonable question to ask his trainer. Personally, I would have asked her instead of the trainer, because it seems like you're trying to go around her. I'm always one to talk to the person that I want to know something from instead of like going around their back. But hey, hindsight being 2020, I would have asked Blake and explained why instead of going to the trainer, because that has bad looks. Yeah. Actress turned TV chef Rosella Rego claimed that Lively was horrendous to work with and accused her of throwing Justin Baldoni under the bus because she's used to being adored. That I can see. I don't. I mean, it seems like from this, like his side is she's singing. So if you hear something in the background, it's her. She started singing the songs that she listens to on on her iPad. So if you guys hear something, it's baby Squid in the background. She's starting to sing, which is cute and like hilarious at the same time. Reynolds demanded Baldoni remove the scene entirely. Lively refused to perform the lift scene in the end, even after it was rehearsed with a stunt double. In her own complaint, Lively flat out lies about the absence of the scene by claiming the scene wasn't in the film. The only reason the scene wasn't in the film is because Lively and Reynolds ensured it was taken out of the film. Accommodating Lively, Baldoni rewrote the scene with Lively, despite the fact that for creative reasons, the scene was important to him as a storyteller and director. Yeah. We're going to need you to deadlift 250 pounds. She identifies as 115. Yeah. I deadlifted 165 last week for reps, and I regret that instantly. Like, I regretted that 2 days later. In fact, Lively had earlier expressed insecurity about her postpartum figure, and Baldoni made every attempt to genuinely reassure her. In this exchange, he stated, as her director, that anything you feel insecure about, we will talk through and get creative together and make you comfortable. I just don't want you to stress about your body. It's the last thing you need. When he later tried to do just that, Lively responded with allegations of harassment that followed by a lawsuit. Text messages. Kicking ass, but it's still a ton of work with not a ton of time. What's the chance we can do body scenes at the end of the schedule? I'm sure you are. Honestly, there's 1 billion moving parts to schedule right now. I just turned in the rewrite. Thank you. Like, I deadlifted 265 pounds this morning. Oh, wait, that was me getting out of bed. I have to do, since I've been sleeping in her room, I have to do a squat every morning to get out of bed because she has a floor bed. So, yeah. So they are hard at work. So much of it comes down to locations and other cast availability, etc. So to be really honest, I have no clue. I want you to know you will look amazing. Anything you're insecure about, we will talk through and just get creative together and make you comfortable. I just don't want you to stress about your body. It's the last thing you need. As soon as I have a rough schedule that's even remotely accurate, I'll share, and I'll make sure the team keeps this in mind as well. That sounds pretty like a pretty decent thing to do. Thank you for your voice memo. It is deeply appreciated. You are everything you promised to be as a collaborator. Oh, look, text messages that go against what she said in her entire lawsuit. 100 pages of fluff. I know my job here, and this piece is a big part in my job here. We both understand the assignment as actors in the roles, but also as producers and as marketers. We understand artistically, yes, but we get what we need to do in all aspects of this movie commercially. As woke as we both are, look at that. As woke as we both are and work to be, this movie requires a certain aesthetic, and it's part of the job we both excitedly signed up for. I don't shy away from it because it's not problematic. It's the assignment. Like when someone is about to start an athletic event, it's their job to be in top shape. My husband and I both look at certain roles as athletic events, and this is one of them. It's not always a part of the job, but on this one it is, and that's great. As much as I'd love to not think about it, it would be irresponsible and also impossible because it's unrealistic to not acknowledge what I need to do. This is my job here. Oh, baby. Oh, Daddy. No, you can't talk to Daddy on the phone. He's got to work, baby. He's got to work. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay, Angel. 12 arm curls, do 3 reps of 4 and you'll forget that you're fat. Flash fan, technically it's around 35, but you know, what do I know? This is my job here, and I meet my responsibilities with extreme work ethic. I look for solutions to achieve my high goals instead of lowering my goals. We all win when we're firing at each firing at our highest capabilities, and you and I both are. Angel bug, angel bug, angel bug. Really, really now. There you go. And will continue to. I just need as much time as possible because I just had my 4th baby. I understand that you'll never personally know all the nuances of the challenges unless you live this physical moment in time I'm in with this physical road ahead. So having your understanding and support to help me pull this off is critical and very, very appreciated. Not just in my experience now, but also healing from experiences past. So thank you. We are going to kill it and be so fit they have to Lola us to look less banging. Like, I just. Lively then delivered an ultimatum. If Baldoni could not get on board with her work methods, he had 2 weeks to recast her. Implicit in this ultimatum was a threat to destroy Baldoni's reputation and career. As Lively well knew, Baldoni has worked hard throughout his career to earn and deserve a reputation based on his passionate advocacy for women's rights. He's a beta male. A reputation she would later exploit and weaponize against him. I mean, I don't condone her doing this, but like he kind of set himself up for certain things. If Lively were to back out of the film, especially based on accusations of fat shaming, Baldoni's reputation and life's work would be left in tatters. He had no choice but to bow to Lively and Reynolds' demands. Concerns about Lively's undue influence over the film began to grow even before filming started. Producer, he cannot let her have opinions on everything. Blake? Or she's going to be co-directing this film. Yes. Yeah, we're talking about that a lot yesterday. Exactly. This is why everyone's starting to lose it. We've been talking about the same thing for months. Yup, it's starting to get resolved. No, it's not. This was the first time Lively openly moved to seize control of the film from Baldoni, but it would not be the last. Filming begins as Lively builds her takeover strategy. Principal photography began for the film in early May of 2023. On set, Lively continued to maintain what later appeared to be a facade of a close, caring relationship with Baldoni, even as she continued to make escalating demands for creative control. By the time production began, Lively and Baldoni had worked closely together for months, and Lively expressed warm gratitude for her collaborations with Baldoni on the eve of filming. This note means so much to me. I'm excited to start tomorrow, but it's only one piece of the journey. We started months ago, and I'm grateful for all we've built so far. Thank you for caring so much and for putting every bit of you into showing it. You have given so much of your time to fight for great, and that hasn't gone unappreciated or unseen for a moment. Throughout the first filming period, Lively continued to share her open and unguarded thoughts on life and her character. She talked about wardrobe choices to make her character much sexier. We will show you both ways, but Beanie is much sexier. It's the look, feels TV without, especially with a crop top in the snow. It justifies the rest of the skin and also is a girl I would check out walking down the street because it washes out the effort of the rest of the look. That's from Blake Lively. Lively continued to express her warm appreciation and respect for Baldoni as filming continued, even as she acknowledged she could be difficult and critical of others, using the kinds of language she herself would have alleged to be inappropriate. Footnote 8. Oh. I'm not going to tell you that you were amazing because you tease me for being so sentimental, but you were amazing today. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm just a ball buster, but it means a lot to me. I care a great deal, and always want to deliver. You were terrific, and I'm proud of everything we did today, but really every day. Ooh. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. I heard there are ways one can avoid having multiple pregnancies. Might be witchcraft. I'm not sure. It's witchcraft. Loved. Thank you. Do appreciate it. I'm just a ball buster. Thank you. Footnote 8. Lively's use of the word ball buster would certainly have made it on her 17-point list had it been Baldoni who said it. I mean, she's probably not wrong. Lively's intimate comfort with Baldoni continued as filming progressed. In June of 2023, after the alleged harassment and uncomfortable situations allegedly occurred, she even invited Baldoni into her trailer to reduce while pumping breast milk. I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out lines. I mean, when it comes from his side, it doesn't sound like a wait till I'm done. It's like, I'm in here just pumping. Like, come on in. Like, Lively was so close and comfortable with Baldoni that she freely breastfed in front of him during meetings. She took photos of him holding and soothing her crying baby. Footnote 9. In her penthouse, they laughed deliriously during late night writing sessions, and all of these events took place after the alleged harassment. Lively's accusations seemed to come out of the blue. She even knew his tea order. Well, that's out of respect for Lively's privacy, this complaint does not include any images of her family. Fair enough. En route, can I get you anything? No, all good. Thank you, though. I'm getting you a hot matcha, and do you know what Brandon likes? From Blake to Justin. Lively herself set the tone for personal discussions on set, including what language was acceptable. For example, on one occasion while filming a restaurant scene, Lively sat on the floor in a painfully expensive shoes while discussing with the group of male cast and crew how sexy her shoes were. Footnote 10. Lively had no issues using the word sexy herself, but apparently took note both times Baldoni said the word in her presence. This evidence is in film footage captured between scene takes. Ooh, guess what? You got caught on hot mic. Or on cam, on sexy cam, so to speak. Though she was loose and relaxed in her speech on set, she was increasingly stringent in the demands she imposed on the production. She rewrote her own dialogue constantly and took it upon herself to make unilateral changes to other characters' lines, effectively rewriting the script day by day. This pattern of domineering interference caused, the worst of the use domineering when she's supposed to be a woke feminist, the person who wrote this is doing a very effective job, in my opinion, based on the word choices. Caused by unending interruptions to the production process, leading to entirely unnecessary stress, chaos, and delays. It is well documented on film footage how frequently she requested changes and how at every turn, Baldoni took her thoughts and out of fear of repercussions from Lively and her allies, he consistently tried to accommodate them. Hey, Sir Frank, how are you? Media leaves things out and makes things look good for the person they're defending, don't always get all the facts straight. And that's part of the reason, actually, that's most of the reason that I like to read through the actual the actual documents and not what I hear or see in media, YouTube videos, TV, any of that. I like to actually read the documents because there are consequences for lying in a document. There are no consequences for lying in an interview. So I am much more like, and that's any case, not just this case. That's why I don't pay attention to outside drama a lot. Like I see it, I hear some of it, and I'm like, let's read the documents. Because at the end of the day, there's three sides of the story. There's your side, his side, and the truth. And the truth is always somewhere in the middle of both sides of the story, because no one is 100% accurate all the time. And no one makes 100% correct decisions all the time. So in the media, when it makes one side out to be like this superhero perfect and the other person to be like the worst person on the planet, it's not exactly accurate. Like, Yes, the media is hostile. Sounds like they needed some biatch be gone spray on that set. I have some bitch be gone spray. I have it. It's in the other room. It's in my room. It's bitch be gone spray. Maybe we could get her a commercial for Utter Butter. Oh my god. All right. I think this is where we are going to call it a day because I have to get on an actual that's an actual thing. Yeah, it is. Let me see how long this section is. See if we can make it through this. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day. We've gotten through a lot today. We've gotten through quite a few pages. 30 or like 20 pages, 21 pages. So we did pretty well. We will pick this up tomorrow. This will be my only stream of the day unless shit hits the fan and some other aspects of cases. No, don't go. All the plants will die. I have to get the day started, and I want to go to the gym at noon. Noon class is going to be my jam. So if y'all see me later, don't judge the hair because we're washing schedule with the pink or red. It's technically a mix of a pink called or a red called Fireball and a pink called Cotton Candy. No, Cupid. So we're gonna mix. No Squid fried cooking stream, fried chicken stream. Oh, Flash fan. Since we're gonna last sidebar before we go. Stop seeing Jim, Mr. Squid. He will get better if I keep seeing Jim, because if I keep seeing Jim, there will be less of me to see. The same me, but half the size. So, Flash fan, I love this new kitchen. I love it. The only thing I am not entirely thrilled with, and I'm not sure what is causing this. I have cooked numerous times. I've used the oven. I've used the stove. The only thing that seems to set off my smoke detector in my kitchen is my air fryer. And for those of you who know me, I love my air fryer. I cook everything in my air fryer, from chicken nuggets and french fries to salmon and baked potatoes. I cook everything in that air fryer. And the air fryer is 4 years old. So I'm wondering if it's not even setting off. We have a Shark air purifier that, if you light a candle in the house, the air purifier will drop down from 100% to 75% and instantly start trying to clean the air of the candle scent. So it's weird because not even the air purifier is not picking up the fact that the air thing is on, or the air fryer is on. So I'm wondering, is it my air fryer that's causing a problem? Because I've made certain things on the stove that you would think, if anything's going to set off the smoke detector, this would. And the thing that sets it off is the air fryer. JKD Buck, you know what I mean. So I'm wondering if I just need a new air fryer. I think it's a Kidda. I'm not sure. There's a smoke detector pretty much in every room, but there's one right at my bedroom door, which is the kitchen. It goes from my kitchen to the bedroom. So it's weird. It's weird. May maybe, but I don't know. Like I don't know. That's true. I will get more information on that. I'm thinking about buying a new, because our air fryer is almost 5 years old. So I'm gonna try just buying a new air fryer and seeing if that, because they're only like what, $50 now, maybe. Like, so we'll see if it works. But I'm gonna be really pissed if I get a new air fryer and it does the same thing. So, I will look into that. Oh yeah, these are all wired together. So when one goes off, they all go off. And I told you guys the first time it went off, and Mr. Squid didn't know it was the air fryer. He was in the shower. Kind of freaked him out a little bit. Yeah. I've moved it from, it was sitting next to the sink, which was right where it's like the sink is here. And like, y'all have seen the picture I took of my kitchen, right? Let's see if I can show you guys the pic of my kitchen. So you guys have and I got my curtains yesterday. I got my curtains yesterday. Well, I hung up my curtains yesterday. So Jeff Grady, thank you for the curtains. So I will, let's see if my kid, where's my picture of my empty kitchen? Oh, here. Well, it's not entirely empty, but it is, more empty than it is now. So this is my kitchen. This is my bedroom. Like the smoke detector is right here. So the smoke detector is just off camera. It first was over here where where my now nothing's there, but right now it was my KitchenAid. Now I've moved it over here. The fridge is this bottom thing right here. This little piece right here is the start of my fridge. So I moved it from here to over here, and it still sets it off. So like, I don't know what it is. It's got to be my air fryer. I kind of want to borrow my mother's, try to cook something in my mother's air fryer, because she lives like 5 minutes from us now, and see if it's her, or if it's the air fryer, or if it's just that sensitive. Because if I use her air fryer and it doesn't set anything off, I'm getting a new air fryer. So, what? Looks like your kitchen. Could be the detector in the kitchen too. Try using the air fryer in a different room. Oh, good. Yeah, I could try yeah. I don't know. I don't know. These are over my head questions, but I will, like, Mr. Squid is kind of baffled too. So we will, yeah. Ung Hero, thank you for the $2 super chat. Homeowners problems. And how are you doing? Are you back from California yet? Or are you still in that fun place out west? Yeah. Anyway, on that note, I got to get going. For those of you, check out the new short that was put up by Baby Squid this morning. Just know I had nothing to do with that. She videoed herself, and first world problems. It's not something that I'm like, complain. It's only it's a fraction of a problem, but if that's the biggest problem that I have with this house, I'm perfectly okay with that. First world problems. Have a great day. Bench press 550 or 500. I don't know what the workout is for today. I have a feeling it's some running. So who knows? Oh, thanks, Dad. I will try that. we'll try that first. Because it's the weirdest thing. Like, it happened once, and then it didn't happen the next time I used it, and then it happened, like, it happened a couple more times when I was only making a specific thing, and now it happens all the time. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Hey, General T, how are you? And let me see if there's anybody to redirect you to today. Let's go. Because we will get back on this topic tomorrow morning, same time, around 9 o'clock, hopefully a little before. Mo is live. Sweet. What is she covering today? What Mo in the Petty Express Run, Colorado versus Stacy Rodriguez. All right. Y'all tell Mo that I said hi. I love her dearly. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.